Good evening. I'm Rodney Owens Jr. I'm currently a graduate at the University of Memphis, preparing for my last season. With hard work and dedication, I have a great chance of going to the NFL after this season. I am a proud former Waverly Belmont Bulldog that started at 5 years old and played until I was 12. I'm honored to host this exciting event. Welcome to the King, Hollands, and Gloria McKissack Scholarship Ceremony. This is brought to you by these local organizations, Kids and Coaches, RBI Baseball, and Waverly Belmont Football. You will learn more about these great organizations during the program. This was originally planned to be in person at the W.O. Smith Music School in Nashville, located in the Edge Hill community. But due to concerns of COVID, we had to make a last-minute adjustment to go virtual. So bear with us. We put in great effort to present this program. This event is to acknowledge the young adults that grew up playing sports within the city of Nashville, especially the Edge Hill community. The King Hollands and Gloria McKissack Scholarship provides support for the kids that are making the change today. It's encouraging to see all of us to college, and we have to keep pushing to have more kids participating in college. King Hollands and Gloria McKissack made a change, so can we. King Hollands and Gloria McKissack began the desegregation of Nashville by participating in the sit-ins, which led to Black people having our rights to be served at restaurants, as well as being accepted and enrolling into prestigious schools and universities. This battle has been in progress for over 60 years, and we must keep fighting. We need the support from the city to give the youth more access to these parks, baseball fields, and community centers. The public parks like Edge Hill, Luby, Seven Oaks, and all the rest should be available to kids and coaches to continue the progress that has already been made, as well as to continue the process that is proven by the success of these current students. And without further ado, we now have devotional speeches from these legendary civil rights activists. First, we have King Hollands.
Welcome, scholarship winners, and congratulations. I am King Hollands. I'm a Nashville native and a resident, lifelong resident of the Edge Hill community. The Edge Hill community is a historic neighborhood. As such, we look forward to your generation to expand on the accomplishments of Nashville and the Edge Hill and other neighborhoods within the city. Prominent Black baseball players also lived in the Nashville community, and Sulphur Dell in Nashville was one of the places where the Black Baseball League played. So we're very proud for your participation. Look forward to you carrying the banner forward from here to greater heights, and at a time when your participation is needed and will certainly be honored. And just want to again congratulate you on your accomplishments and scholarships, and Godspeed on your future plans and accomplishments. Thank you.
And now we have the great Gloria McKissack.
Good morning, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be a part of this program today. I'm so honored that I'm being recognized by the community. It's so important to me, and I congratulate you on your achievements as young people. And it's wonderful receiving a scholarship the way you are, and you continue to do the good work as students and future history makers. I'm an educator of 47 years, and I've lived in the Edge Hill community for over 50 years. My family, the McKissack family, has lived in Edge Hill for over 100 years. And I've been an activist all of my life starting in the civil rights movement when I was a young student like yourselves at Tennessee State University, then called A&I. And I made a commitment along with others recruited by the Freedom Riders to try to change this city, change the nation, change the world to be a better place where people were treated with fair justice and equal rights. And I've been doing activist work all my life. That's how I describe myself, as a civil rights activist. And on this morning of your special day this evening, I would like to challenge you as young people. 55 years ago, we sat down to make a difference. We sat down in restaurants, hotels, you name it, A to Z in Nashville was segregated. And we were successful in what we did. And Nashville became the first city in the South to desegregate its lunch counters. And from there, it went on to the civil rights movement, became nationwide. I want to challenge you as young people to do the very best in whatever endeavor you choose as a life career, be the best of the best. But I want to challenge you to come back to the community. It's not all about you, but it's about others, and help pull other people up from the bootstraps. We sat down 55 years ago so you could stand up today, stand up against injustice and make a difference. Keep our legacy alive, but create your own legacy. God bless you and continue on your journey.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, for our honorary guest speaker, we have Ensworth head football coach, Batten.
Thank you. Appreciate it to be here and be a part of this. I want to thank Waverly Belmont and RBI, and of course the Owens family for allowing me to be a part of this, and the impact that those programs have made on several youth in Nashville has been amazing. Also want to just thank King Hollands and Gloria McKissack for their sacrifice and what they've done. As Gloria stated, Ms. McKissack stated, they were able to sit for us to stand. Congrats to all the recipients tonight, all the young men and women, young men who are receiving these awards, and the great things that you have done and that you will continue to do. I'm a kid from Detroit, Michigan, that's been in Nashville over 23 years, went to school at Vanderbilt. And one thing I love about both of those programs is the impact that it has in terms of youth sports and the opportunities that it creates. Being part of youth sports, which I was a part of youth sports and growing up in Detroit, the impact it's had on my life and the people that I've been around, but the opportunity to participate in sports at a young age, to learn a lot of values that go well beyond any classroom that you can teach in terms of character and integrity, hard work, but more than anything, being a part of something that's greater than yourself. And you guys who are receiving these scholarships, to continue to do what you've done thus far, it's amazing, and it's rewarding to see that. It's rewarding to see young people do a lot of great things. But I think a lot of that started with obviously great parents, great coaches, but being a part of these programs and the opportunities and the doors that it was able to open for you in college. But a lot of this is kind of goes back to what Gloria and King talked about. It talked about sacrifice and adversity. And that's something that you'll always deal with. I'm sure you dealt with that as a young athlete in those programs. And, I want to challenge you to use those things, use adversity, use the roadblocks that come into your way to build up, to do great things, and use it as motivation to keep pushing and to keep driving yourself. That is huge in terms of being a value that you use, but also echoing what Ms. McKissack said, pay it forward. You guys are in a great position at great schools, great colleges, doing great things here. Take that time and the things that you learn along the way and help the next generation, help the next youth. When you have your opportunity to move on beyond the college ranks, come back and pull back and help those who need that help. It may be a phone call, maybe coaching, it may be teaching it, but it may be just some positive words encouragement. So I want to challenge you to do that and to be diligent about that. And lean on those values that you learn in those programs as a young person. Because as it done for me for many years, I lean on my values as a player. Definitely the things that I learned from young people as a coach, and their core values for me. And I want to continue to push you guys to do that and make an impact. I'm gonna leave you with one thing. My mom, who's still alive, I'm very fortunate. She had a saying that I live by. And I don't know where the quote came from, but I keep it in my head. She had a quote that she always used and lived by: good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. And I live by that value, and I live by that quote in all the things that I do. And it continues to push me and challenge me even as an adult to do great things. So I want to continue to challenge you guys to continue to push forward, do things not only academically, but then athletically, but also just continue to make an impact on your campuses. Come back here in Nashville, make an impact, and help the next generation. Once again, I want to congratulate everyone. Proud of you, and continue to push forward. And once again, thanks RBI and Waverly Belmont for giving me the opportunity to speak and be a part of this great event and great organization. Thank you so much. God bless.
And now we'll begin the ceremony. We will have Daryl to come on to speak about RBI.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. This is Coach Daryl, and I'm just ecstatic about everything that has happened. Of course, like everyone has said before, we planned to do this in person, but COVID changed that. So I'd just like to start off by giving a shout out to Mr. Joe Stoller, who is the president of Hospitality Control Solutions right there in the Edge Hill district. Joe is also the brainchild of Kids and Coaches, which is a 501c3 organization that was set up to provide oversight and structure to local nonprofits like RBI and Waverly Belmont and more that they actually reach out to and assist. But Joe is the brainchild behind that, and he's just been adamant about making a difference in our community. And that's my motto, make a difference. And I've been with RBI going on 20 years now. And that's something that we have done, is made a difference in the community. So what you're about to see tonight is just a snapshot of some of the participants in our program that have gone on to higher learning, but also to some that have came back to assist in what we're doing. And I just like to shout out Coach Rock. That was great words that you gave. And I pray and hope that everyone heard and just kind of adapt to what you're saying. Pay it forward. And I love what Mr. King Hollands said, and also Mrs. Gloria McKissack. These honorees that I'm about to present to you are the recipients that have been a part of RBI and continue to love what we're doing here in the city. And let me just say this also, too. Kids and Coaches is that advocate for inner city kids. You know, REI is an inner city kid program. We try to provide playing fields and equipment, good equipment and good participation in baseball within the community. So the kids that might not have as the travel programs and some of these elite programs, we try to put them in a position where they can have success, but not only in baseball, but be productive citizens in this community in which we live. So I'm proud to be a member of RBI, but I'm also glad to be a partner with Kids and Coaches, which is the brainchild of Joe Stoller. But keep in mind, Waverly Belmont's been doing this over 40 years. So it's just great to be around people that are like-minded, that are making a difference in this community. And without further ado, I'm going to present these scholarships in honor of Mr. King Hollands and Mrs. Gloria McKissack for the RBI program. First up, we have Rico Flowers, who has been in the RBI program, played for several years, went on to play baseball at Lane College there in Jackson, Tennessee. Rico also assists in various different things that we do within the RBI program. Come from a great family. Just love his attitude and how he goes about things. And so I present to you, Rico, this scholarship. Next. Next, we have Harold Douglas Jr., who just recently graduated from Cane Ridge High School. Um, we call him Trey. Trey is his name that he go by. Just a great kid, always got a great attitude, and it's definitely going to be a productive citizen no matter what he decides to do in life. And Trey comes to us from his dad, which is Harold Douglas Sr., who coached in RBI for several years and brought many kids to the program and done many great things. So I present this to you, Trey Harold Douglas Jr. Next we have Jalen Polk, who is an RBI alumni who just recently graduated with very high honors. And Jalen is attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Very intelligent young man who loves baseball, who loves his community, just does a ton of things and have won a ton of scholarships, being academic, in the community involved, just embodying everything that it takes to be that productive citizen, but also to make the difference. Jalen also received a scholarship from Major League Baseball, which is only given to 12 students nationwide, and he was one of those. Our RBI program has only had one other recipient of this Major League Baseball scholarship, and Jalen makes number 2. So, Jalen, we're extremely proud of you and just excited to be able to present this award to you. Congratulations. And he's going to be a future pilot, y'all, just FYI. Next. We have Dwayne Jackson. Dwayne has played in the RBI program for many years. Multi-sport athlete, very smart, intelligent young man as well. He played everything from football at Overton High School, baseball, and he's also a first-class bowler. So, Dwayne, very proud to have you in the program. His mom assisted as a team mom on several teams. So, Tanisha, we're proud of Dwayne and definitely glad to present you this award, Dwayne. Next, we have Isaac Whitaker. Isaac was a great baseball player within the RBI community. He's an RBI alumni, graduated from Ezell Harding, and is going to school right now. And so very proud of you, Isaac, for participating in our program. But you're receiving this because we know that you are a person that embodies what we talk about, making a difference. And thank you for being a part of our program. And we know that you're going to make a difference. So, Isaac Whitaker. Next, we have Robert Corlew, who is also a graduate of Overton High School, played in RBI for several years. Great kid, and always had a great attitude about being on the field. So that's why Robert is receiving this award. Robert has been in the program again many years, and Robert, I look forward to you making a difference in the community in which we live. Robert Corlew. Now we go into guys that actually played under me as I was a coach. I coached these guys, and not only that, they came back and coached in our program. So first we have Roberto Maldonado, who is an RBI alumnus and also too a coach within the RBI community, coached for several years. So Roberto, very proud of you, man. I know you're still out there coaching, doing your thing, and we just thank you for making a difference, and we appreciate you being a part of the program, you and your family. Next. And next we have Cody Mariano. Cody has been playing ever since he was a freshman in high school, went on to Dyersburg State to play baseball as well. Great guy, great kid, definitely makes a difference in the community. Very proud of accomplishments. one memory I have for Cody, when he was a ninth grade individual, we traveled to Cincinnati, Ohio to play in a tournament with some big teams, 18 and under. And Cody was, I think, in the ninth grade, and we put him on the mound against a team from in Indiana. No, it was Cleveland Indians, and Cody pitched so great. I'll never forget that. But he's back coaching and making a difference in our community. And Cody, we're very proud of you. Thank you for all that you've done. Next. And here we have Alex Garduno. Duno is what we call him. Alex, great kid, clutch hitter, great in the books, great in school. Never forget his family. His family was always supportive of the program, from his dad, Alex Sr., helping out and helping coach. Mom, Chris, for being there. Just never forget Alex, and thank you for coming back and coaching and helping and doing what you do. Shout out to your family as well. You guys are definitely a difference maker. And I just like to say, for all the RBI recipients, congratulations, guys. We'll be doing some more things. Kids and Coaches is a very structured program that is now leading the RBI charge. And kids and coaches want to make sure that we continue to play within our communities. So you'll be hearing more things coming. And again, I can't thank Rodney Senior, Rodney Owens Senior, and Junior for pulling this out, and also Dez, the controller that you won't see, but has definitely got to run a show operating at peak performance. Desmond Perry, we appreciate you, and guys, thank you. And that's it for RBI. Appreciate all and everybody that's participated behind the scenes that I didn't call. Thank you for pulling this off in such short notice. God bless.
Hello, all. This is Rodney Owens Senior, President of Waverly Belmont. Just first of all, I just want to thank everybody that helped pull this off. It's been a great run. I think it's going very well. I want to thank kids and coaches, RBI, and my Waverly Belmont staff. A lot of these things is the most important part about it is the coaches that's volunteering their time. They're the stars also with this. And they're volunteering their time, and they're helping out. It's a lot of dedication that comes with this. And I do want to say thanks to all the coaches. And I want to give a shout out to the founders of Waverly Belmont, Wayne Brown Sr. and Wayne Brown Sr. and Michael Gordon. They're two of the founders, and it, and they're I'm sorry, I'm talking up. They're two of the founders of the program, along with Jerry Parker and Kelly Miller. Uh, just want to give thanks to them, and that's part of Waverly Belmont. Our mission with Waverly Belmont is pretty much we're trying to develop kids, good teamwork. Um, Good ethics and self-esteem, and build great adults to turn out to be great adults and be successful in life. That's our main focus. I know we coach football, but that discipline with football, that's what it instilled, and we try to create great human beings and great adults. So with further ado, I want to go ahead and get started with our award ceremony. Rewards. First off, we got Antoine Malone. He said he played Tennessee State. He was coached by last coach was Coach Jerry Parker, and Antoine was one of the coach. I actually coached myself. He was a great player, great leader. All right, and then we have Calvin Bryan. A lot of you know him as Fridge. He played at Tennessee State University, and his last coach was Coach Jerry Parker. Fridge is a great guy, great community leader at this point. Uh, Proud of him. And this person is Deshaun Wade. He played and went to school at East Tennessee State, and his last coach was Coach Jerry Parker. All right, the next one is Devin Turner. He was last year he was at Georgia Knight Prep Academy. His last coach was Jerry Parker. It's another one that played under me. He did a great job. Great kid. Next is Mr. Devon Starling. He goes to Tennessee State University. His last coach was Jerry Parker. Another one that played under me. Devon was a great player, great leader, Mr. Football. As you see, freshman All-American. Devon's a great kid also. All right, the next is Devontae Buchanan. He's a student or graduated from Tennessee College of Applied Technology. His last coach was Coach Jerry Parker, and I also had an opportunity to coach Devontae also. All right, the next one is Don Burleson. He's attending Nashville State Community College, and his last coach was Coach Jerry Parker also. All right. His next one is Eric Williams. He attended the International Barber and Style of College. His last coach was Coach Raymond Ensley. Eric is one of our he's one of our players that went all the way through the program, and he came back and coached for several years. We're working on getting him back this year. All right, the next one is Harold Jemison Jr. He attended Alabama A&M. His last coach was Coach Jerry Parker. All right, the next one is Jalen Patterson. He's currently attending Nashville State Community College, and also his last coach was Coach Parker. As you can see, Coach Parker normally coaches 11 and 12-year-old division, so we're rewarding the players that came through our program and finished through our program and went from 11 and 12 and then on to school. So that's kind of the basis of this reward too, also. All right, the next guy up is Jarquez Hendricks. He attended the University of Cumberland, and also Jerry Parker was his coach. I also had the pleasure of coaching him for several years also. Great kid. All right, the next one up is Jeff Hamilton. Jeff attended East Tennessee State. His last coach was Coach Mike Jones, that was with us for a couple of years. Jeff is a great kid. All right, the next one up is Jonathan Mercer. He attended Austin Peay State University, and also he was coached under Jerry Parker. All right, next up, Kayshawn Cunningham Smith. He's attending Nashville State Community College. I can't speak, and his coach was Coach Jerry Parker also. And all right, the next one up, Montez Peebles. He attended Coffeeville Community College. Of course, his last coach was Coach Jerry also. Montez is he's a good person, good coach that we're trying to recruit on over to us. Come on back home, Montez. All right, the next one is Prince Vance the third. As far as college right now, he's one of our current graduates. As far as college right now, he's undecided. And the last team he played under was Coach Jerry. All right, next up is Rashad Owens. He's one of our current graduates also. He will be attending Lindsey Wilson College on a football scholarship, and his last coach was Coach Jerry also. All right, the next one is Roderick Malik Owens. He attends Eastern Kentucky University. His last coach was Coach Jerry also. And he's one of the people that's behind the scenes helping producing this program. All right, y'all already met Rodney Owens Jr. He's hosting the show. He's currently at University of Memphis. He's a graduate. He's in his final season, and last coach that coached him was Coach Jerry Parker. All right, next up is Ronte Clark. Oh, we misspelled his name. It's not an E on the A. He gonna kill me. But it's he's from Southern Virginia University, and his last coach was Jerry Parker. All right, next up is Stanley Bradley. He attended Cumberland, and he also played for Coach Jerry Parker. All right. So now we have Simon Robinson. He played for Middle Tennessee State University, and his last coach was Coach Jerry also. All right, next up we have William Davis. He attends Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. He also played under Coach Jerry Parker, and he's a great kid. Also, one of the ones that I had a chance to coach. Also, all right. Next up is Carl Owens. He attended Tennessee State University. His last coach was Coach Wayne Brown. Carl did come back and coach with us for a season or two. Great person. Uh, Thanks, Carl. All right, next person, Carlos Owens. It was they had almost the same name. Yes, sir. It's Carlos Owens. He attended National College of Business and Technology, and he played under Coach Jerry also. All right, our next person is Darrell Brown. Uh, he attended Eureka College, and he also played up under Coach Wayne Brown. All right, the next one is DeCassius Begley. He attends Arkansas Baptist College. He's another one that played up under Jerry Parker. All right, the next one is Javion Moreau. He attends Nashville State Community College and also played up under Jerry Parker. All right, our next person is John Parker. He attended the College of Remington, and he also played up under Coach Jerry Parker. All right, our next one up is Josh Copeland. He attended Alabama A&M, and he was one of the ones that played under Coach Mike Jones. All right, next up we have Keanthony Patterson. Keanthony attended Nashville State Community College, and he also played up under Coach Parker. No, I didn't coach him, but that's my nephew. And let me go back to Keanthony. I can't leave out this credit because I need to give all my coaches credit. He is a coach. He's currently back. He went through the whole program. He is coaching, and he's currently the head coach to our 9 and 10-year teams, and he's doing a great job. I always want to give everybody to come back and give us that spotlight. All right, Maxwell Ebanks. He attended Lane College. The last coach he played for was Mr. Curtis Maxwell. All right, our next one up is Mike Sykes Jr. He attended Western Kentucky, and this is another one that played under Coach Jerry. All right, our next one is George Gordon. He attended Tennessee State University. His last coach was Coach Willie Voorhees. So Coach Jordan, he was one that went all the way through our program from Pee Wees all the way through. And that kind of concludes the awards for our Waverly Belmont month players, and I just want to thank everyone that came and attended, and I just want everyone to understand that how important that the youth sports is to kids in the community, and having access to fields, being able to play. I mean, recently for our RBI season, we was only allowed 1 week to use the fields to complete a whole baseball season. That's impossible. We need more help from the city, more help from the city and officials to kind of help that, so to get these kids back out playing sports and learning life values. And that's all I have. Thank you everyone for coming out. I give it back to Rodney Jr.
Thanks for that. It was great to honor all those people that played and went to college. I'm gonna leave you with a quick little saying. Well, first I'm gonna say, let's remember that we all put on earth for a reason, and we all have a prophecy. So I encourage everyone, especially my peers around my age, to make a change. We are the future, and we have a voice. And so with that, this is one of my favorite quotes from the great 44th President Barack Obama that I like to share with everybody. And it says that change will not come if we wait from some other person or some other time. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the changes that we seek, President Barack Obama. And that really concludes the show. So thank you for everyone that watched today. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Joe Stoller. to help get us together to direct this show. Then I want to thank Dez Perry and Alicia Bailey with Moment of Creation Studios, and also Malik, Rashad, and Rodney Owens Sr. and myself with Raw Visionary Entertainment for directing this wonderful event. And then last but not least, Kids and Coaches is a nonprofit organization. So feel free to donate to help this cause that my dad was just speaking about. You can see the link at the bottom of the screen. It's at givebutter.com/kidsandcoaches. And thank you.